This is Pulse of Africa, the face and voice of Africa. The story of resurgent and burgeoning Africa is here, only on the Pulse of Africa channel. Pulse of Africa, the face and voice of Africa.
Hello viewers, you're watching Pulse of Africa. I'm Gamechisa Mandida with this news hour. Ethiopia's Prime Minister Abiy Ahmed said the launch of POA represents a major step toward reshaping global perceptions of Africa and strengthening the continent's voice in telling its own stories. In a message posted on his social media pages, the Prime Minister said the platform aims to counter decades of negative portrayals and highlight Africa's vast potential and capability. Although Africa is vast and full of potential, it has too often been portrayed as smaller and less capable than it truly is, Abiy noted. He described the initiative as a significant and humble beginning that will evolve into a leading continental media platform in the years ahead. Abiy further emphasized that Africa is on the path to becoming a major industrial powerhouse and a key player in global affairs. The creation of POA, he said, is a forward-looking step that lays the foundation for a strong and authentic African voice in international media. The spokesperson for the Executive Secretary of the Intergovernmental Authority on Development, IGAD, Patience Nyange, has commended Pulse of Africa Media, POA, for its African-oriented approach and storytelling. It is recalled that Ethiopia's Prime Minister Abiy Ahmed proposed the establishment of a continental media house to shape Africa's narrative and challenge misleading stereotypes perpetuated by international outlets. Speaking at the 35th Ordinary Session of the African Union Assembly in 2022, the Prime Minister proposed the creation of an African Union Continental Media House that would serve as a unified platform to tell Africa's story authentically and from an African perspective. During her visit to POA studio, Nyange lauded the efforts in establishing a transcontinental media platform dedicated to promoting African perspectives and amplifying local voices across the continent. Pulse of Africa is a commendable example of digital innovation, and it will certainly play its part in telling the true African story, she said. Nyange highlighted the importance of African-driven narratives in the evolving media landscape, noting that digital transformation is not leaving Africa behind. She emphasized the need for Africans to invest in local storytelling and infrastructure to shape the global perception of the continent. Africans are investing more in the digital transformation innovations happening around the world, and therefore we have not been left behind, she noted. The spokesperson underscored that media platforms like Pulse of Africa contribute to Africa's broader mission of self-representation and local empowerment. Nyange also reaffirmed IGAD's commitment to collaboration with regional media outlets, including supporting training initiatives for journalists across member states. Trainee diplomats at the African Union commended the launch of POA, describing it as a milestone in reshaping Africa's global image and advancing Pan-African Unity. Officially launched in Addis Ababa, POA aims to promote authentic African narratives, protect the continent's interest and challenge misleading portrayals in international media. Ethiopia's Prime Minister Abiy Ahmed said the platform fulfills his 2022 proposal at the African Union Assembly for an African media house that tells the continent's true story. He stressed that distorted global narratives have long undermined Africans' image and confidence. Ethiopian trainee diplomat called the initiative a timely and powerful step to reimagine Africa's media discourse, adding that Ethiopia's leadership in Pan-Africanism makes it the right home for such a platform. Another African Union trainee said POA will enable young Africans to shape a shared narrative and express their collective aspirations. For too long, Africa hasn't been represented as it truly is. This platform gives us a voice, she said. Senior diplomat emphasized that POA marks a historic shift for African media, broadcasting stories directly from Addis Ababa, the continent's political capital. A cadet added that the platform will connect Africa with the world through credible storytelling and inspire unity among Africans at home and abroad. The launch of Pulse of Africa symbolizes a new chapter in continental media, an effort to tell Africa's story by Africans from Africa. The Eastern Africa Standby Force, EASF, has launched its first ever Maritime Command Post exercise CPX in Djibouti. The move signals a new level of regional coordination in maritime security and crisis response. Codenamed Bahari Salma 1, meaning Safe Ocean in Swahili, the 10-day drill gathers military, police and civilian officers from 10 EASF member states. Hosted by the Djibouti Coast Guard at Dorale Camp, the exercise is conducted under the African Standby Force ASF framework and the Djibouti Code of Conduct, which governs regional maritime cooperation in the Western Indian Ocean. Hosted by the Djibouti Coast Guard at Dorale Camp, the exercise is conducted under the African Standby Force ASF framework and the Djibouti Code of Conduct, which governs regional maritime cooperation in Western Indian Ocean and the Red Sea. Participants are tasked with responding to complex maritime challenges, including piracy, terrorism, human trafficking, illegal fishing, and natural disasters, through a coordinated joint command structure. During the drills, participants established a maritime mission headquarters and a combined joint maritime task force, testing command, control, and communication mechanisms across multiple domains. The focus is on real-time crisis planning, intelligence sharing, and humanitarian coordination. EASF officials described Bahari Salma 1 as the organization's first comprehensive test of its maritime component and a practical attempt to translate political commitments into operational readiness. This exercise marks a decisive step in consolidating peace and stability across Eastern Africa's maritime domain, said Brigadier General Power Kahuria Neymar, director of the EASF.
Pulse of Africa is now live.
They shaped history. They inspired generations. They are the notables.
I think of voices I have lost. The pledge unspoken, the more than acts of faith that forge an instant world in silent pact with strangers.
We consider ourselves the spokesmen for the underprivileged peoples of the world.
honor Wole Soyinka, a legend who left his mark.
Zimbabwe has officially launched the National Measles Rubella Vaccination Campaign aimed at protecting young children across the country from these preventable diseases. The campaign was inaugurated by Health and Child Care Minister Dr. Douglas Mombeshora at a ceremony held at Stone Ridge Clinic in Harare. The drive is scheduled to run from October 6 to 10, during which all children aged 6 months to 59 months are targeted to receive the measles rubella vaccine, along with essential vitamin A supplementation. Speaking on the sidelines of the official launch, Dr. Mombeshora said, quote, "Vaccination against measles and rubella offers dual protection in a single safe dose, preventing suffering, disability and death. But the benefits go beyond these two diseases. Vaccinated children are more likely to stay healthy, attend school regularly and contribute to their families and communities," he added. The United Nations Children's Fund UNICEF country representative Mrs. Etona Ikole said, quote, "Today marks a powerful moment of collective action, one that places the health and future of Zimbabwe's children at the very heart of national priorities." Cameroonian President Paul Biya on Tuesday placed the fight against youth unemployment and corruption at the heart of his bid for another 7-year term as he began campaigning for the first time since campaigns kicked off last week. At the campaign launch in Moura, the chief town of the far north region, he said he had delivered on his promises to improve security, strengthen the economy, create jobs and combat corruption. The president also acknowledged that there is still work to be done, especially for the youth. Quote, "My goal is for every young person, wherever they are, to have opportunities that allow them to find a job or become an entrepreneur easily. No young person, whether they are a graduate or not, will be left behind," he said. Quote, "As I speak, the teams I have established are working tirelessly on innovative ideas that will undoubtedly enable us to reduce this unemployment problem drastically," end of quote. Biya added. The 92-year-old has been president of Cameroon since 1982. He will face 11 opposition candidates in the presidential election scheduled for Sunday, Xinhua reported. Let us voyage together to Algeria and its beautiful melodies. Rhyme music is a prominent genre in Algerian music. Now to business news. The African Development Bank AFDB will lend Nigeria $500 million this year as part of a $1 billion budget support program following economic reforms introduced by President Bola Tinubu, an FDB executive said on Monday. Bode Oyetunde, the bank's executive director representing Nigeria and Sao Tome and Principe, said the loan could be approved before the end of the year. Quote, "We have been working strongly to support Nigeria's very bold and aggressive macroeconomic reforms under President Tinubu. Given all these reforms, it was important to support Nigeria," Oyetunde told Reuters on the sidelines of the Nigerian Economic Summit in Abuja. He added that Nigeria initially requested $1.5 billion, but the bank agreed to provide $1 billion over 2 years. $500 million disbursed last year and another $500 million expected this year, pending board approval.
El Dorado, a land of wealth, a future of limited possibilities. This is El Dorado. From natural reach to groundbreaking innovations, discover Africa's untapped potential.
Africa remains the world's second fastest growing region after Asia. East Africa, with real GDP growth rising from an estimated 1.5% in 2023 to 5.7% in 2025. Growth is projected to pick up in West Africa, in North Africa, growth is projected to decline from an estimated 4.1% in 2023 to 3.6% in 2024 and 4.2% in 2025. Growth in Southern Africa, growth in Central Africa, average growth in oil exporting countries. Africa's economic performance is showing signs of improvement, according to the 2025 Microeconomic Performance and Outlook.
El Dorado, unveiling Africa's global potential.
Algeria will invest in energy projects from 2025 to 2029 to boost oil, gas and hydrogen development, Energy Minister announced. Speaking at an energy forum in Algiers, Arkab said the funds will go to upstream exploration and production, with the rest supporting refining and petrochemical projects. He noted Algeria's commitment to cleaner energy, including projects to generate renewable power. Arkab added that State Firm aims to cut gas flaring to below and will launch an afforestation program covering. The investment plan seeks to strengthen Algeria's position as a major energy supplier while advancing its energy transition. Now to weather updates. That's all for today, and thank you for watching Pulse of Africa.